Good morning. Welcome back to our chemistry class. So today we are going to discuss about the third chapter, atoms and molecules. So surely you should think about the remaining portion of the second chapter. So the last class, as I told you, as a part of this corona pandemic and the CBSE had reduced the 30% of syllabus. That means from 9th to 12th standard, 30% of syllabus has reduced. As a part of these reduction of these chapters, our second chapter, the remaining portion, that means separation techniques. Second chapter, the topic will be there, separation techniques. That separation techniques had reduced from your syllabus. So automatically we have to move on to the next chapter, atoms and molecules. So here the chapter 9, atoms and molecules. So this is, I think this is one of the new concept for you, atom and molecule. So you are always heard about atoms and molecule, just heard about, I think so, but you don't know what it is exactly. And so before studying what is atoms and what is molecule, we have to pass through the laws and some other concept, and which lead to the study or which lead to the explanation of atoms and molecules. So first of all, a lot of scientists, Lavoisier and a lot of scientists will be there, and they are always trying to find out the more details and more facts and more facts about these atoms and molecules. So on behalf of these, the important law of chemical combination is summarizes. So we already studied about the elements we studied, that means pure substance we studied, and the mixtures we also studied. And the second chapter, pure substance means elements, one element, hydrogen, oxygen, one element will be there. Mixtures means two or more elements combined to form one, that is can be called as a compound. So these pure substance mixtures, now we can call it as elements and compounds. And all the factor relating or the fact in this elements and compounds and all the things relating to these compounds could be studied through a law, and that law is known as the two laws are the important one in the science history, and this is law of chemical combination. So in science history, the important and the basic laws regarding a compound and also the science, and it was law of chemical combinations. What is it? Law of chemical combination. Law of chemical combination. So what is law of chemical combination? As the term implies, when there is a combination of two atoms, when there is a formation of a compound, it should be done through mainly two laws. നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ ഒരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് കാര്യം ചെയ്താലും വി ആർ അണ്ടർ എ ലോ അല്ലേ. നമ്മൾ എപ്പോഴും ഒരു ലോ, ഒരു വിവാഹം കഴിക്കണമെങ്കിലും അതിന് കുറേ ലോ ആൻഡ് ഫോർമാലിറ്റീസ് വിൽ ബി ദെയർ. വാട്ട് എവർ വി ആർ ഗോയിങ് ടു ഡു ആർ വാട്ട് എവർ വി വിഷ് ടു ഡു, എ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് ഫോർമാലിറ്റീസ് വിൽ ബി ദെയർ. ഇൻ ദ സെയിം വേ, when you consider a combination process, that means when two atoms are combined to form a new compound, the combination process is there, and that combination process is controlled by certain laws. So mainly two laws are there. Mainly two laws are there, and thus we are going to study under the heading law of chemical combination. What is law of chemical combination? So what are the law of chemical combinations? The first one is a law of conservation of mass, law of constant proportion or definite proportion. These two laws are there under this law of chemical combination. What are they? Law of conservation of mass and law of definite proportion. Let's write. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Second one is law of definite proportion or constant proportion. Law of conservation of mass and law of definite proportion. Law of conservation of mass and law of definite proportion. These two laws are the main two laws and which is actually made a foundation on the science history and which is actually explain about the formation of different compounds, and that is law of conservation of mass and law of constant proportion അല്ലെങ്കിൽ definite proportion എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാം. So let's discuss each and every one, and they are, the first one is law of conservation of mass. First one is what it is? Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. According to this law, and this law was given by, I think, Dalton, I forget. So this law was suggested that it is defined that an atom can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. An atom എന്ന് പറയാം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെയും പറയാം, a mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. For your textbook, mass പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് normally atom is also can be used there. So എന്താണ് law of conservation of mass? Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass, that means നമുക്ക് മാസിനെ നിർമ്മിക്കാനോ മീൻസ് destroy ചെയ്യാനോ create ചെയ്യാനോ സാധിക്കില്ല. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. That is law of conservation of mass. I will write here. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So this is law of conservation of mass. What it is? Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. This is known as law of conservation of mass. And this can be easily understood through an activity, a simple activity. Take a conical flask. Right? So this is law of conservation of mass. Once more I will explain. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. So then activity is there to explain this law of conservation of mass. And for that, a conical flask is taken. A conical flask, this is the conical flask. A conical flask is taken, and in this conical flask, a compound is taken, barium chloride. What it is? Barium chloride. It is a chemical. Barium chloride. So barium chloride is taken. So barium chloride is taken, and to this barium chloride, by using a coin, an ignition tube, a small test tube is hanging inside the conical flask. A small test tube is hanging inside the conical flask, and in this test tube, and we took the sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. So two compounds should be taken, and what are they? First one is barium chloride. Barium chloride is taken inside a conical flask, and to this conical flask a test tube which is hanging by using a coin. Inside this test tube we took the sodium sulfate. These two chemicals would be we took, and then the whole apparent the weight. Weigh the whole apparatus. നമ്മൾ ഇതിന്റെ weight എടുക്കുന്നു. Weigh the apparatus. Okay, and we got some weight will be there. And after that, when you tilted these joint, ഈ joint ഒന്ന് അനക്കി കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? The content inside the beaker will be poured into the conical flask. What would be it? The sodium sulfate get mixed with the barium chloride. Sodium sulfate get mixed with the barium chloride by tilting the joint. So what happened? Normally a chemical reaction will take in place there. എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? അവിടെ ഒരു തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും എന്തായിരിക്കും നടക്കുന്നത്? Chemical reaction. The chemical reaction will be taken place there. Okay, so what would be the product? Product ഒന്നും നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കണ്ട. Product will be formed. Product ഇങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും ഫോം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Sodium chloride and barium sulfate will be the product. Sodium chloride and barium sulfate will be the product. So after the chemical reaction, the two products will be formed there. Then first we took the weight before undergoing a chemical reaction, or before chemical reaction has been taken place, we took the weight of the whole apparatus. And after, when chemical reaction has taken place, in the we weigh the whole apparatus. We weigh the whole apparatus. We can found that the two weights are equal. The two weights are equal. എന്തായാലും conical flaskന്റെ weight നമ്മൾ മാറത്തില്ല. എത്രയാണ്? അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായതിനു ശേഷം എന്തെങ്കിലും weight difference that we expect, but never happened there. And this simple activity indicates that what it indicates? Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. നമ്മൾ എന്ത് കൊടുക്കുന്നോ അത് നമുക്ക് തിരിച്ചു തരും. അതിൽ നിന്നും ഒന്നും നഷ്ടപ്പെടാനോ പുതിയതായിട്ടൊന്നും ഉണ്ടാവുകയോ ചെയ്യില്ല. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. And this is about the law of conservation of mass. So this is a very basic law in chemistry and in especially particularly in science. So law of conservation of mass. Hope you understand. Mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. The next one is a law of definite proportion. Law of definite proportion. Law of definite proportion. So what it is? എന്താണ് law of definite proportion, and which was proposed by the scientist Proust. Proust എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് ആണ് ഇത് പ്രപ്പോസ് ചെയ്തത്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഫൈൻഡിങ്സ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ law of definite proportion is that in a chemical substance, or when you take any chemical compound, in a chemical substance, the elements are always present in a definite proportion by mass. That is law of definite proportion എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ law of constant proportion. So it was proposed by the scientist Proust, and what it is, and the law of definite proportion suggests that in a chemical substance, you just take a chemical substance. This is very familiar for you, that is water. എന്താണ് വാട്ടർ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വളരെ ഫെമിലിയർ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കെമിക്കൽ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ്. കെമിക്കൽ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് എന്നൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ പേടിക്കേണ്ട ഒരു കോമ്പൗണ്ട് ആണ്. Okay, so law of definite proportion or law of constant proportion suggests that in a chemical substance, the elements are, what are the elements present in this particular H2O? What it is? Hydrogen. The one of the element is hydrogen. What is hydrogen? So in a chemical substance, the elements are, the first one is hydrogen, another one is oxygen. So the elements are in a chemical substance, the elements are present in a definite proportion by mass. ഒരു definite proportionൽ നമ്മൾക്ക് ഈ പറയുന്ന elements ഒരു chemical substance present ആവുകയുള്ളൂ. അതായത് നമ്മളിപ്പം സെന്റലോഷ്യസിൽ നിന്നൊരു വാട്ടർ മോളിക്യൂൾ എടുക്കുന്നു. എത്രയാണ്? എന്താണ്? H2O. ഓക്കെ, ഇതിനകത്തുള്ള മാസ് ഹൈഡ്രജൻ എത്ര മാസ് ഉണ്ടെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയാം. 2. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിനെപ്പറ്റി അറിയില്ല. Afterwards you came to understand. I will teach you. So hydrogen എത്രയുണ്ട് 2 gram. Oxygen എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 16 gram. 16 gram. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിന്റെ പ്രപ്പോർഷൻ എങ്ങനെയാ പറയുന്നത്? 2:16 ആണല്ലോ. അത് നമ്മളൊന്ന് സ്മോൾ ആക്കിക്കേ. ഇങ്ങനെ വരും 1:8. 1:8. അപ്പം വാട്ടർ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ വാട്ടറിലുള്ള ഹൈഡ്രജൻ ഓക്സിജൻ പ്രപ്പോർഷൻ എന്താണ്? 1:8 ആണ്. ഇനി സെന്റലോഷ്യസിൽ 1:10 ആവുമോ? Never happen. When you take the water molecule in any places and anywhere, if you take it in America, and if you take in Japan, if you take in India and Central Oceans and wherever, the proportion of elements present in water molecule would be 1:8, and that was given by law of definite proportion. Definite ആയിട്ടുള്ള proportion ആയിരിക്കും. It means in a chemical substance the elements are always present in a fixed proportion by mass. The elements are always present in a fixed proportion by mass is known as a law of definite proportion or law of constant proportion. Understood all of you? So these are the two laws comes under law of chemical combination. Both these laws are very important, very important. Law of conservation of mass suggests that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Then law of definite proportion by mass in a chemical substance, the elements are present in always present in a definite proportion by mass. Okay, so these are the two important law of chemical combinations, and hope you understand this topic. ഇത് വളരെ easy and simple ആണ്, but you have to study because this will useful for you for your 10th, 11th and mainly 11th standard. The same one you should study the same one in the 11th standard. So hope you understand. So today I will take only these two laws, and the next class onwards based on the syllabus I will take the class. So you just view my class and understand the thing and take down the notes and study, because a lot of topics is reduced from your chapters, coming chapters only. The next two chapters will be in your syllabus, but some of the portions get reduced by CBSE. So based on the syllabus I will take the portion. So keep watching the videos and keep writing the notes and study the things well. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. So thank you all of you. Stay safe and stay healthy and also stay happy.